Hey there, and welcome to what I am beginning as a new YouTube channel. We are calling this Fritz Reviews Stuff. And so, my first review, I wanted to be a mobile game that I started playing a couple months ago, and it's called Everweave. And it's available for Android and I believe iOS, the iPhones. And it's a AI driven single player D&D campaign, and it's really incredible. It looks like it's done with a really small development team, maybe even just one person, because AI driven, and that's the only downside I see to it. I've had an unbelievable blast with this. And as long as you're okay with the AI aspect, because a lot of people aren't, but you're not feeding it any personal information because it's a D&D campaign. um, it gives you a number of entries per month. I think it's like 100 or 200 entries, which they call messages, which is what you would send to the DM in the game. Um, and that's, okay, I want my character to do this. And then, of course, the AI responds. It's very intuitive. It's very thoughtful in what comes back to you. Depending on how you respond, the more you pay attention to what the AI gives back to you, and the more thoughtful you are in your responses, the more detailed the AI is in its responses to you. So the more you pay attention, the more the AI gives back to you. And that, I think, is really incredible. So if you start using characters' names when you're responding to the AI, it'll give that back to you. And I really enjoyed that. It's a blast. I've been playing it for months. There is a paid subscription which gets you more messages. And I exhausted my messages so fast because I was enjoying it so much that I decided I'm going to go ahead and do the paid subscription. And I actually reached out to the developers and I told them that I was going to do a review because I was enjoying the game so much. Because as a D&D fan, it's so hard to find time, working with a family, 40 plus hours a week with a family, and, no time on the weekends to schedule a game or anything like that. So to find something that you can do on your own, you can plug in a message, okay, where was I? And it saves everything. And so you can even go back and review everything you've done. Hey, I forgot what I did. Let me go back and look. And it's very intuitive, as, AI tends to be. And so the more you give it, the more it gives you. So if you're detailed and you're in what you want, the more it gives back to you. So I've really enjoyed giving it more information, using character names and leaning into what my character is and how I am. And that's been a lot of fun. So I can't wait to send the developers a link to this review so they can see that I did that for them. But definitely check it out. It's really enjoyable if you want a single player D&D campaign on your phone that you can jump in and out of without anybody else. And I think that's part of the fun of it, because it's so hard to get a D&D campaign going. And so this makes it super simple. So stay tuned to lots more reviews here. To me, if we're going to do a, 1 through 10 rating scale, like, we'll start the channel with that, a 1 through 10 rating scale. I'm going to throw up some screenshots too, of interactions I've had with the DM and things I've really enjoyed. Because I think that really helps you get a feel for what the game is giving you. Really, I think the only downside I've had is I feel like the dice roll algorithm that the game has could use a little bit more improvement. That would be my only gripe, is I feel like my dice rolls are a little bit more negative than they are positive, more often than not. But once again, it is the roll of the dice, and if I could put some of these dice in dice jail, I totally would. I think being able to customize your dice would be very cool. So, if the developers wanted to do that, I think being able to change dice color or, add elements to your dice would be very cool. So, there's my little tidbit for maybe an improvement. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Everweave probably like a 9.5 on enjoyability, because it's been a blast. I mean, like I said, I went so far as to pay for it because I was enjoying it so much. So this is not a paid review in any way. I don't think anything I ever do on here will be. I'm going to do books and video games and anything that strikes my fancy. Car parts. I do have another channel. I am the proprietor of Cars on the Fritz. So go check that out. And if you follow that channel and you find this one, here it is. Me doing more stuff, trying to, just cover all the bases. So here we are, Fritz Reviews Stuff.